Yeah, slow is so it doesn't like go nuts. Yeah, you got it about right. Uh, oh, something hit that one. I hope it didn't take the gizzard. So I am attempting this morning to catch a striped bass on my own boat. Now I did have 4 planer boards, so I could do 2 on one side and 2 on the other, but I lost one of my planer boards. So I'm using my cone and a planer board on this side, and then I've got nothing on the other side, and the smallest gizzard I could grab out of my bait tank. Yeah, he's getting nervous. There must be something in the area.
Yeah, mosquitoes.
This one. We're getting ate up by mosquitoes too. I got my buddy with me. There's a mosquito right on the camera. I'm hoping to catch something. Whoa. Yeah. That might have been a muskie in there. Yep. My bait is definitely getting nervous. So we might get something here soon, I hope. Stay tuned. Curious to see if I have a bait on this one. Oh, it took my bait. That was a good sized gizzard too. I was incredibly lucky to get a bunch of gizzard shad myself. Well, some action is better than none. Alright, smaller gizzard this time. You guys didn't even get to see the big one I had. It was, I think I only had like one big one. They will hit these little ones though. The one that broke my line the other day on my buddy's boat, or broke his line, was about that size. So that was a good size, striped bass that ate a tiny gizzard. Maybe I can replicate that this morning. Alright, I will be continually adjusting these.
Be no beaver, but it could be something else coming down to the water.
Oh, oh, oh.
Get it!
Uh,
Come on. Come on, baby.
I think it's there. No, it's not.
There's no way there's bait left on that.
That was probably smallmouth or something hitting it. Yeah, he's still swimming. He's still alive.
Is he?
Get that a lot. Like smallmouth, largemouth, whatever will hit it. Oh, right when I'm holding it.
Talking about, baby.
Well then, this is not a striped bass, but I'll take it.
Smallmouth, eh?
Largemouth, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. Whoa, going into the bank here. My trolling motor.
Oh, it is largemouth, buddy.
This is a good one. Oh, flip.
That's a good one.
Well then. Not skunked. It's not the striped bass I'm looking for, but hey, I'll take them. Very cool. I think I'll take a picture of this guy. Is your camera a good camera?
It is a good camera.
All right, gonna let him go. I think that was worth it.
Absolutely.
Even though I'm looking for striped bass, but it also shows my rigging here is working. At least it hooked him. I was afraid I might have problems with this, which maybe I did have a problem with it earlier. What hit earlier might have been another largemouth or something. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on this. When I did some internet research, some people say this will work, and others say that you need to tie it on. But I want to be able to use this rod and reel with artificial baits. And I don't want to like retie everything all the time if I want to switch it to doing this. So I've got a crankbait clip with a circle hook. And it is a straight shank. So to me, this is like using a polymer knot on a straight shanked circle hook. If this was a bent eye circle hook, I wouldn't even want to think about doing this. You don't want to have a polymer knot on a bent eye circle hook. It's got to be a snell, and that snell is like this on a bent eye. And it caught the largemouth, and we need to see if it will catch striped bass. And this is, I think I put 30-pound fluorocarbon on here. I think my buddy was using maybe 20-pound fluorocarbon, which may be the reason it broke. Time to get another gizzard.
Give him a hit.
Got one more bigger one, slightly bigger. I'll put him out. I've been manually controlling my trolling motor because when I put it on the like the north mode or whatever, it's going nuts, making a lot of noise, and I don't know if that noise would scare them away or not. All right, see if we can get another fish in the boat. Oh, hello.
He's after that.
I don't know if that came on camera because I got it aimed at the left ones. We just got a hit on that. Now that's a tiny gizzard over there. And I got the drag set pretty good, so if a striped bass eats that tiny one, should be able to catch it. That is Andy, 10-pound Andy monofilament, Andy Premium, which is really good line. Now I got a boat coming up on me, so I got to make sure I'm hugging the shore. That is the problem of river fishing like this, is other boats. So I can't be like right in the middle of the channel. And a lot of people don't even understand this river. We had a bass boat go by us the other day that went within a foot of our planer board, even though he had like 50 yards, left on the left side that he could have went through easily, no problems. Of course, some people do know the river, and that creek inlet where they're at right now sometimes holds fish. And that's near where I lost the first one. And maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He looked at it, now he's like trolling this way. Well, I guess let's see what happens. Well, it looks like this guy at least knows the channel a little bit. We are going to get waked pretty good. Oh, I did fail to mention, my buddy Alan is throwing my gizzard shad, and he had something big follow it earlier. 40% chance it was a muskie, 60% chance it was a big striped bass. And he was not sure what it was. And I didn't get to see it either. Hopefully we'll get another fish soon. Direction, usually.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh. What's going on here?
Huh?
Something hit the one on the cone. Now the question is, did it take the gizzard? What's going on here? I think I'm going to replace this gizzard. It's been out for a while. I think he's got hit a couple of times. And I got a tree coming up I gotta watch out. Nice fresh one out. Very lively. I think doing this would be a good addition to my mixed bag trips. If I can keep a few gizzards on hand, have a bunch of thread fins, maybe minnows and shiners every now and then. Uh-oh. And I think I'm going to change out this line. I really don't like it. It keeps doing this. This is not Andy Monster. I think this, or any type of Andy line, I think this is the stuff you get at Bass Pro Shops. And I'm probably going to replace it. There's a tree right here. I want my planer board to go right by it, but I don't want it to go in it. Sometimes overhanging trees like this can hold fish. There we go. You can see I haven't even touched the line and it's all messed up. I have been using my line counters and putting these at exactly 50 feet back. And that's 50 feet from the bait. Maybe that will work. It's a learning process. No. Okay. You grab the old one. Osprey. Grabbing the gizzard that I just tossed out. Sometimes they will grab the ones that are on the lines, and then you got to unhook them. Alright, as a quick update, Alan is throwing my gizzard again, the Fishlab BBZ Gizzard swim bait. This.
That's a bad boy right there now.
And he just had a big striped bass follow it. And he was 100% certain it was a striped bass. Now I was hoping that it would come out and like eat one of these, maybe in a school. But nope, not yet. They might have lockjaw today. That's stripers for you. Sometimes they will just not feed. And the sun is definitely up now and in the wrong place for filming. But yeah, I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit longer. He's actually got to work today, so we're not going to be out here for too long, maybe 30 more minutes or less. I would move to other spots or even move to the dam if this was an actual like mixed bag trip. At least we got a bass in the boat. Well, got a little bonus time here. So we're going to drag another area where me and my buddy Eric earlier, a different day, got a striper. I think we actually lost one. Getting bit by something already.
That's what we want. Eat it.
A bass or smallmouth or something like that grabbed it. A bass or smallmouth or something hit it. Could even be a perch. This is where I caught my trophy-sized perch. Oh. Still going after it. Something small. Could take it right off the hook. Well, getting some activity here at this second pole. Let's hope this bonus time pays off. I think that something hit that again. And it was on this one. I don't think I got it. I still have the threadfin, or the gizzard. Although he's not looking too good. There's something back there. Moving enough, he might track something. Getting action. At least I can do 2 planer boards on this side. I can keep them close to each other, which may attract the fish. Gizzards are usually in a school. That's got to be a bass or something. I may have made a small mistake, and that is not changing out half the water. This water is definitely warmer than this water. This water is 60, 61 degrees, and this water, I don't know what it is. It's warmed up overnight, and if I would have changed it out, then it wouldn't be a shock to put the fish or the gizzard from my bait tank into this water. And I think I am dealing with a little bit of that. They're hitting the water and they're not really being that lively. So I think I should have just did a small change out of water. That would have helped this morning. I got them livelier. Right now they're kind of being drugged behind there. They are moving a little bit. I'd like to have them moving a lot more than that. Of course, that bass hitting them didn't help either. But I have to remind myself to do that next time. All right, I think we're going to call it now. The sun is getting higher in the sky. The temperature's rising. You can hear the sounds of summer in the background. Yeah, it's about this time of day when everything starts shutting down. Right now it's 9 o'clock, so if this was a guided trip, a mixed bag trip, I'd be in my last hour. Most likely I would be at the dam where we might be able to catch a couple more fish in the last hour. Most of the fish on my mixed bag trips are caught like within the first hour, 6 to 7 o'clock. 7 to 8 it starts slowing down, 8 to 9 a little bit more, and then 9 to 10 it really slows down. It's just, that's why it's fishing and not catching. At least we caught a bass today, and we didn't get out here at 6 a.m., which is what I usually do with my clients. So, you know, if I was with a client, I'd probably also skip some of the area that we drug. I just wanted to pull a really long pull, and we did get a couple of hits, but the most activity we got were at the more striper fishy spots or whatever. So drag here for 30 minutes, drag there for 30 minutes, don't get a striped bass, run to the dam, catch 20 fish. That is why I don't do striped bass trips. I just call it mixed bag trips with a chance to catch a big striper. My goal is fishing the boat. Now, going to reel these up, head back to the ramp. It's been an interesting day, and hey, I'm willing to admit it's also a learning experience for me. I was taught to use big skipjacks under balloons, and to have that kind of capability, you got to have a bait tank that's over 100 gallons that is a good brand, like a Mel's bait tank, 100-gallon Mel's bait tank. So I got to do what I got to do. There's only a couple of guides that have tanks like that. The rest of them, 99% of striped bass guides, they use gizzard shad, and they're successful. And well, when the striped bass don't have lockjaw like they have today. At least my buddy got to see 2 big fish. We don't know what the first one was, but he 100% knew what the second one. So I'm thinking the first one he saw may have been a muskie, and the second one was definitely a striper, or at least he thinks it was a striper. Big fish. So they're here, they're just not biting. And who knows, I bet several have followed the bait and looked at it for a couple of 100 feet and then swam away. It is what it is, but you get days like this. Like I said, if we would have went to the dam, we'd have caught a bunch of fish. Anyway, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch this video. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm happy that we're not skunked. Got a nice bass. Sometimes you just can't ask for more. Thanks again for watching. I do hope to see you next time.